Okay, so today we are going to look at, we're still solving the triangles and we're still going to be using Sokotoa. So remember, on the top of your page when you're doing your working out, best just to put your the summary of the Sokotoa there. So we're going to find now the questions before that we've done. It wasn't the number on the bottom of the fraction, it was the number on the top that was unknown. For us, it will make no difference because we're using the solve function in our calculator. So this today will be a good refresher anyway of what we've got to do, okay? So we're doing it exactly the same process. So when we get asked to find the value of an unknown length, so we can see here that we have an angle. When we've got an angle, and we've also got a right angle triangle, that means we're probably going to be using the Sokotoa rules, okay? And so we're off to do that. So when we're going to use those trig ratios, the first step we were told to do was to label the triangle. So if I go and label this triangle, I'm going to label this side is the hypotenuse, and because the angle is down here, this one is the opposite. So I'm just going to label the ones that I've got, so that have got a number on it or a letter, and so that way I can see quickly which of my rules has O and H. Sign. So when you're doing these questions, I want you, and I will make you repeat it if you don't, I want you first to label your triangle, draw it if you have to, and then we're going to write the formula that we're going to use, which you just told me was sine. So remember, I use this little feeder just to represent an angle. And you told me it was sine. Now, which one goes on top? Opposite, because O's listed first. So you go O and H. So this is what I want you to do. Then you substitute in all the information that you have. So I know what the angle is. What is it? It is 55. So I'll put that in there. And I know the opposite is 4 and the hypotenuse is x. So this, you will have all this written in your page. Now to solve it, you're going to use your calculators, okay? So you can use the solve function and comma x. Okay, so you don't need to write solve out on your paper, but that's what you're going to do on the calculator. And then on your paper, you'll have x equals, and what we're going to do it on our calculator now, and everybody's going to tell me. All right, so we're going to say it's 4.88, okay? So everything written in black there, I would like to see in your book, including the little diagram of the triangle. So for the next one, I'm going to go label it again. So this case, I've got the hypotenuse, and I have the adjacent. So which formula would I be using? Good, cos. So I'll write the formula, which is A over H. I'm then putting in all the information that we know. So we know that the angle is 40. We know that the adjacent is 3 and the hypotenuse is x. So now you're up to the part where you go type this in your calculator, and you're going to do solve and comma x. How do we get the solve function, just for those? What was it? Menu 3.1. Good. Menu 3.1 is a quick way to remember, and you'll get that. And you comma this, and who's going to tell me what the answer is? X 3.91. Okay, so you should also be always checking, every time you open up your calculator, check your calc is in degree mode. Yeah? Because sometimes when it dies out and you charge it up, it flicks back to factory settings, which is radians. Okay, a roof of this barn has a pitch of 30 degrees. So when they say pitch, it's like what the angle of the roof goes up. So I've shown you in there, that's the pitches on the side, like of the side of the house and how it goes up. Okay, find the length of the roof from section A to B. So they really want this section here, yeah, to 1 decimal place. So you've been given it, so when you have these questions, it's best to take out the right angle triangle and draw it separately. So I'm going to use this triangle in here. So I'll write so I know it's A and B, and I'm calling that what I don't know, and I know this is 30. Now, I need another length. So can you see, if they're saying across here is 24, this would be halfway through it. So how long is this distance going to be? 12. So now I know this is 12 centimetres. Now I have a triangle and now I can find it. So we'll start with the same way we did. So I would label this triangle. So I've got the hypotenuse, and what's this 12 side is the adjacent. So if I wrote SOHCAHTOA up here, which one has the H and the A? So cos. So we're going to write out the formula, A over H. We're going to put in the info that we know, and then we're going to then use the solve. The reason you write all this is that if you do a calculation error, you write something wrong, you don't lose all your marks. What I'm testing is that you know what formula and that that you can follow the process. A little calculation error or writing the wrong number doesn't suggest that you don't know your work. Yes? So if you are just writing answers, I can't help you and you won't go as well. All right? So you must write all this. Everything that's written in black you must write, and so then we can solve. Who can tell me? Now it's said to 1 decimal place, so we'll get used to underlining that. So what was our answer? So it's 13.8, and I'm going to say centimetres, yeah, because we did get given units. Now they said find the section AB, so I might just write a statement. Sometimes you'll see mathematicians do the 3 dots, it just means therefore. I might write AB equals 13.8 centimetres, and I'll put a box around that to say that's my final answer.